Two, one. Oh, there we go. Look, these are my audience for my persuasive speech. And then, no, I'm not gonna hold the laptop. All right, guys. I'll only need about 10 minutes of your time. But imagine this: it's been a long day. You're driving home. It's 5 p.m. You're in College Station traffic. It's gonna take you like an hour to get like 15 miles, right? Dreadful. But imagine if you could just sit back, relax, and let your car take over, right? That'd be awesome. Now, that'd be awesome. Would you believe me if I've told you that I've done that?
No.
No? Well, I have. I got to test drive a Tesla and ride on Mopac Expressway in Austin and press a button and not do anything as the car drove 60 miles an hour. And let me tell you, the feeling is weird. Now, guys, raise your hand if you'd be like fearful or wouldn't really like doing this. Alright, it's to be expected because Americans were polled on whether or not they'd like this, and about 75% of them said that they wouldn't. Now, the average person spends about 37,000 hours driving a car, which is a huge amount of time. So, this time should be spent efficiently and safely. The solution for which may be autonomous vehicles. Now, as an engineering undergrad and a car enthusiast, I have a lot of interest in this. And after researching the subject further, I've come to the conclusion that smart autonomous cars are the best thing for future transportation. I'll go more in depth onto how I found this conclusion, going into, reasons why I thought it'd be an awesome move for the future, but also some concerns that people have about why we shouldn't do it. The first accidents happen. Y'all know that. In fact, they happen over 5 million times a year. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, there are over 35,000 car accident-related deaths in the U.S. every year. Some may say that accidents are bound to happen whether you're driving the car or the car's driving itself, but 90% of these accidents are the result of human error, so they could have been avoided. Now, these human error are due to things like drinking and driving, texting and driving distractedly, all these reasons, and they also cost the U.S. a lot of money in damages, over $400 billion in damages annually from the traffic accidents. So that's all money that could be saved if autonomous vehicles were used and accidents were prevented. Now, accidents aren't the only problem. We also have a huge traffic problem in America. Research conducted by Thinner and Hagman found that congestion caused drivers to sit in traffic congestion for an estimated 55 billion hours, like everyone sitting in traffic yearly, 55 billion, wasting over $120 billion in gas. Now, traffic is caused by accidents, but it's also caused by other things like improper following distance or abrupt lane changes. And then when people brake, the people behind them brake, and then they all brake until it's to a complete stop. And then there's traffic for no apparent reason. Really frustrating. So autonomous vehicles, with all their sensors and better driving habits, they could prevent traffic because they're able to move at a higher rate of speed without causing congestion. Now, those are two excellent reasons why we should have autonomous vehicles. But a lot of people are skeptical. For example, there's a lot of ethical problems. Imagine this. Have any of you heard of the trolley problem with ethics? So, the problem is this. There's a trolley coming down. There's 5 people tied to the track. You can flip a lever and then only one person would get killed instead of 5. What do you do, right? It's this ethical dilemma. Well, they've done the same thing with autonomous cars. What if you're driving down the road someday, there's 5 people in front of you, the car senses that, what's it going to do? Swerve right and hit the one person? Is it going to balance out 5 lives versus 1? And there's all these ethical scenarios that people put against an autonomous vehicle to wonder, should we have this or not? Now, is this the right thing to do? It's a hard question to answer. But ultimately, these ethical questions are very rare instances that would rarely ever happen. But thankfully, these autonomous vehicles will have ethics standards set into them by manufacturers and standards set by the federal government. Now, another thing people are worried about are hacking threats. Even today, like Jeep Grand Cherokees are being hacked into to be broken into or disabled. And so people are worried, okay, you have a car driving itself, what if someone just hacks it? That'd be really bad. But the thing is, there's already federal regulation to force car manufacturers to protect their car software so that this doesn't happen. Now, at the end of the day, we can all agree upon one thing. Roads can be dangerous, and transportation is a very serious matter. When thinking about self-driving cars, we should all look at all the details and take all the precautions we can. But I hope that this information warms you up to the idea of someday driving an autonomous vehicle. Back to the Future may have been wrong about flying cars in 2015, but autonomous vehicles are surely to come someday, boys. All right, thank you for listening. Thanks, guys.